Hey, what is up? Want to talk about God of War today. This is the weird one for me because it it looks kind of generic to me. Like it looks amazing. Okay, like, it does. It looks amazing. I'm really hoping the story will be really good, and I kind of expect it to, but I don't. I mean, I also I'm open to it not being super impressive. But I think it's going to be good. The direction of the game, the way it sounds, the way they talk about it, sounds like it's going to be pretty cool. So I'm expecting the story to be, if not amazing, like decent, like good. I expect it to be good. And most God of Wars were good. That's what I loved about the God of War games. A lot of people will talk about the combat and stuff, and of course I loved the combat in the God of War series. But the story, if I can play a game and love the gameplay, but if the story doesn't keep me interested, I'm just like, yeah. That's what happened with Far Cry 4 for me. I'm recently playing it again, and it's a fun game to play, but story wise, I haven't ever really been invested into it. And I don't think it's terrible. I'm just not invested into it. In Far Cry 3, I loved the story. A lot of people I've talked to, they're like, "Oh, the story sucked." I loved Far Cry 3's story. I really thought it was cool. A game, everything that makes a game, including soundtrack is incredibly important. I don't Some people don't seem to realize this, I don't know, but the soundtrack is incredibly important. It really sets the mood. It helps the atmosphere really bring you in, right? If the soundtrack pulls you into that, it's cool. So you can have a great game, but if the story isn't very interesting, I'm like, you know. So I don't know. God of War, I am looking forward to it, and I do. This is the next game I plan to stream. I haven't been streaming for a while, but taking a kind of a break, unplanned break. I just kind of haven't been into it. For the most part, I don't have games that I really want to stream right now. I'm playing games, but I want to stream anyways. So April 20th. Now I'm expecting probably the 21st to be my actual day back to streaming, because I'll probably get the game super late in the day, depending on the mail when it arrives here. I'm gonna try to stream it on the 20th. I'm looking forward to God of War. I am excited for it. I am, but it also at the same time, it just looks generic when it comes to combat stuff. Like it has cool ass stuff to it, right? Like it has really cool stuff. The abilities look cool and all that, but kind of it looks generic. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not putting the game down either, because I'm excited, dude. I can't wait to play this game, but I'm also kind of like, I like the new XP. Apparently, there's an XP system, I guess. I forget. I didn't memorize what they were talking about but there's an XP kind of system. I like the treasure chests that you can find and stuff. And I'm a fan of linear games, where it's not an open world. I'm a fan of a game that's just straightforward. And God of War actually reminds me a lot of Hellblade. I don't know if you've played Hellblade. Hellblade is excellent. I don't think I ever made a video about that. I should have. Or wait, yes, I did. I made a review about that. Anyways, so I don't know, man. It looks like it's going to be very cool, and I do expect to enjoy it, but it just, I don't know. For like a reboot of a game, I kind of am watching it and I'm like, well, all you did was turn it into another different kind of game. It's the same thing I've seen like a million times, same thing I've played a million times, with some different abilities, of course, different scenery. So I don't know, and I'm like, I just wanted to talk about it. I wanted to talk about why I'm not super hyped for God of War. I'm actually far more hyped for Onrush than I am for God of War, and I'm sure that I will enjoy this game. I'm 100% sure that I will enjoy this game, and I may come back with a video later after beating it. Maybe I'll come back and be like, wow, man, I was so wrong. It looked generic, but it's not. I hope I can do that. I hope that happens. Because I don't think it looks bad, right? It just doesn't look special. And I'd hate to say that. I hate to say it looks awesome. It looks awesome. It looks so freaking cool. Like I cannot wait to play it. But I'm also not like I say I cannot wait to play it because I can't. Like I'm really looking forward to it. But I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm more excited for the new Spider-Man. And the new Spider-Man isn't even that different than any of the other Spider-Man games. I don't know why. I think for God of War, for me, the reason it looks generic is because I'm such a huge fan of this series. Like, I loved them. I loved those games. Ascension was a letdown story wise because we already knew the story of the, like, you know, they made this prequel of this story that we had through flashbacks through the entire series, and then they just kind of rehashed it, right? Game wise, it was cool. The bosses were amazing. The graphics were beautiful. The multiplayer was freaking excellent. I loved the multiplayer, man. People be trashing on multiplayer games that they never actually really give a chance. When they add multiplayer to a game that doesn't usually have multiplayer, like Tomb Raider, for example, it's not just tacked on. God of War's multiplayer was badass. It actually felt like a multiplayer God of War game. It didn't feel like something that they just kind of threw some random thing together. It was God of War, and it was super cool. I was so sad to see. I hate when I see that, when players just automatically just ram and just trash something when it's undeserved, completely undeserved, man. Anyways, so I think that's probably my big love, my passion for this series is probably why this game doesn't look overly exciting to me. Like, I mean, like, I can't wait to play it, but it just doesn't look like it's gonna blow me away. And I've seen a lot of people say that to them it looks like the most amazing game in the world, and I'm just like, oh man. Sometimes lately I've noticed the past year or two or something, I kind of wish I hadn't been playing games for so long or something, because when I see that what other people are reacting to something that I watch, and I'm like, dude, I've played this game like 100 times with a different title on it, you know, and all these other people are like, oh man, this looks amazing. I'm like, what it's like to be young and be new to video games, you know, like, that's kind of funny. And then I feel bad because I'm like, you know, it's true. It's mostly how long I've played games for, and that's really all it is. I've played all these games so long, and whatever. So I don't know, man, but I'm not sure. I just wanted to talk about the game and why I'm not like overly hyped for it. That's all. I think it looks really cool. I'm 100% sure that I'm going to love it. You know, I'm gonna have fun with it. That's what I think. From watching it, I'm like, dude, this looks pretty badass. At the same time, I'm a little disappointed, a little bit, from the gameplay I've seen so far. It seems like they made less enemies with more health. And what I liked about God of War was just taking on a bunch of enemies, you know. So, I mean, it's not like it's a whole lot less enemies. It just seems fewer enemies, more health on the enemies, which makes sense since there's all new ability skills, new system, new combat system that you use and stuff. So, yeah. Well, I actually tweeted at them at Santa Monica Studios, like, because I was watching all these videos, and I'm like, man, everything's orange blood everywhere. But like, where's the red? And I tweeted at them, and I was like, where's the red blood at? Is there gonna be red blood in the game? And they're like, yeah, depending on the enemy type. And then I had a couple other tweets saying, watch more of the videos, and I'm like, yeah, they're like, you'll see red blood at this one spot, and I'm like, well, you know. You pick out 1 second of like a 15-minute long gameplay video of where there's red blood. Come on now. So no, there will be red blood in it. So that's, you know, I'm not surprised. I wasn't surprised that, you know, there would be red blood. I was just kind of like, what the hell, man? Why do all your previews and stuff all just have orange blood and stuff? Damn it. orange splashes and stuff. You know, it's like, dude. But anyways. Yeah, so it's weird to me. It's super weird to me to really look forward to this game, but at the same time not kind of be like, you know, like I can't wait to play it, but whatever. It's weird. It's weird because I don't think this looks bad at all. I think it looks pretty awesome, but it also, to me, it just looks like a ton of other games that I've already played, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing. I'm not saying that specifically is wrong. It's just why I'm not hyped for it. It's why I'm not like, oh yeah, you know. I mean, if I saw the same old school kind of God of War hack and slash, like top-ish down camera, 3D kind of, you know, the different camera angle with the whatever different perspective. If I saw a new God of War like that, I would probably think the same thing. I think I might be a little more excited though, because I loved that about the series. I liked that it played like that, you know. So this new, I'll say Dark Souls-ish, and I don't mean challenge-wise, just camera angle and combat-wise. You know, you could compare it a little bit to Kingdoms of Amalur's, any kind of action RPG hack and slash game. You know, so it's just, I don't know, whatever. So I'm not disappointed in that. I'm not disappointed that they made it like this. I was, when they first showed a trailer, I was a little worried that they were going to try to make it Dark Souls-ish, and I was like, wait a sec, don't know. You'll ruin God of War if you do that. But no, they just change the way it plays. It's not like a. Anyways, it's more of a camera angle perspective hack and slash thing to compare it to a game like that. It's really funny how many people will compare anything to Dark Souls when they don't really. But I mean, just a sense. Like I said, that's why I was trying to be specific, like, camera wise and hack and slash wise, like action RPG wise, Anyways, this has gone on too long. I don't know. I'm not super hyped for God of War.